Hello my fellow developers. In this video we are going to be building what we are going to be learning React Router DOM, whereby you are going to be learning how to route through pages in React.js. I know most of us are familiar with building HTML CSS code and using the anchor tag to do the routing part and also stuff, but in React.js it's a little bit different from the way you used to see it with normal HTML CSS. So what we are going to do now is to open terminal using inside the folder that I created, and inside this folder I'm definitely going to run nps create react app, because I definitely want to create a new React app for you people to enjoy. So let's hit on enter and let's wait for it to download all the required files, and then we are going to proceed to the next level. As you all know, this used to take some time, so we need to give it a little bit of time to see how it works out. So we are still waiting for it to keep on. It has not started downloading anything yet, but I believe with time now, I think it has already started creating the file, generating those files we needed for us to get started. So let's wait. Good. Now it is done. It says happy hacking. That means all the files and folder we needed to create this application is already generated for us. So I can head over to clear this terminal because we don't need most of the things that are in there now, and I can run my application using npm start. And with this, we are going to see our application running successfully inside the browser if everything is updated and downloaded the way it is supposed to. So we are going to see our application running inside our browser. So let's give it some time. So it is going to roll up our application inside the browser. Yes, it says web compile successfully, and this is my browser, which hereby it is running successfully. So inside my source folder, I want to delete some particular files that I don't need, because there are files that we are not going to use, like app.css. And the next one we are going to delete is definitely this app test.js. I don't need it. This logo.svg, report web vitals, and sub setup.js. We are going to delete all of them. Now we don't need them. Yeah, I believe now after this we can just head over to our app.js and see we can remove everything that's inside here. So because we don't also need it, we are going to create our own later. Index.js, we can just delete these lines of code. If you remember, we have deleted a file called report.vitalwebs.js, so we are going to remove it. We are not going to import it here also. And then down here we also have some code we need to delete. Good, that's perfect. We can save, and you can see our web compile successfully now. Yeah, let's move further. Inside app.js, we come to create our app function, which is I'm going to use the rafce command, and it has already imported that for us. What next we want to do? Definitely, yeah, we are going to use React Router DOM, which is one extension we need to install in React to make everything work. So inside my terminal, I'm going to run my npm install React Router DOM. I want to install the React Router DOM inside my code, and we are going to give it some minutes for it to install everything that's required there, and then we are going to implement it, because we are going to implement it so you'll be able to see how to implement it. It's already downloading. You can see the progress bar is showing, and I believe in few seconds it will be done downloading. Good. I think by now it has downloaded everything we needed for using of React Router DOM. So I definitely want to import it. So I can just say import curly braces from exactly where is the path. No, this is a mistake. I need to put it in a single quote and then specify React Router DOM, because we are going to install everything that we want to use now. Import it from React Router DOM. The first one we are going to import is browser router. We are going to use it, and then we are going to use the route. We are going to use the route, and then we are going to use just route. I think that's okay for now. Routes, I think that's okay for now. Then this inside our application, we have a div with wrap. We have app wrap inside a div. We don't need that. We want to wrap our application with browser router instead of just routing it with a div. Definitely. So then we are going to use the I think instead of we using the router, we are supposed to use routes with the S instead of ER. So I can go Yes, you can see now we have routes, and then inside here we want to use our route. So that's a single route instead of using just the router. That's single route. Let me edit it. Yeah, great. I think, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, inside then we are going to have a path. That's the directory where we want that particular URL to be. By just simply using that backslash, it means the home page. But single backslash means the home page, and then I'm going to add elements which is going to specify which page I want it to render. Definitely now I don't have any pages, but I'm going to just copy out this route and add it more time to see like how many pages I want. Maybe if I'm going to have 5 pages, I'm going to add it into 5 places. If I'm going to have 10 pages, I'm going to have 10 places. And the second one is supposed to be the about page. That means we are going to be having about page separately, the contact page also separately. And then probably we are going to have, and maybe blog. We are going to be having blog page also separately. So we are going to be having just 4 pages, the home page, the about, contact, and the blog pages. So we don't have the pages yet. I want to create them. So I can create a new folder, call them pages. I can just call the new folder pages. Inside the new folder, I will create file. Probably I'm going to create a file name. Let me see. I think home.js. Home.js will work perfectly. So we are going to be having home.js. You can name it home.js. It doesn't matter. So forget about using the X extension. So I can use the RAFC to bring out the template. I close it. I've saved and closed. So I want to open a new file, which I can just name about.jsx. Just as I do from beginning. Then bring out the RAFC template. That's arrow function. Perfect. And then I can save this also. I create a new file also, which is contact.js. I want to create the contact.js file also. And I can just head over to do RAFCE as usual and save this page also. I want to definitely create the last page of our application, which is blog. We have a blog section. So let me close all these tabs. It's a little bit too much. So I want to create a new file inside my pages, and then I will call it blog.jsx. And then definitely I'm going to do RAFCE for that too and save up. So we have like 4 pages now, the home, the about, the contact, and the blog pages. So I'm going to import them inside my app.js. I'm going to import every pages there. So I'm importing home definitely from so I can just specify from which URL that I want to import the home, which is definitely from backslash pages/home.jsx. We don't even need to write the .jsx. And then I want to import the about page, contact page, and blog page the same way. So I'm going to just copy, change the name to about, and then change the URL also to about. So let's give it some time. Yeah, I think now about. Great. So I want to add it to, I want to do the one for contact page also. Contact. And then I want to change the directory to contact. Great. So I think with this we are okay. The last one, which is the blog, I want to just specify to be blog. And then I want to change the path also to blog, because that's the part where my code is. So after importing it, all I need is to render them inside those elements attributes. So home, just the way you used to render your component or your pages in React.js. And then I want to do for about page. Great, I think that's perfect. And then I want to do for the contact page. And lastly, I want to do for the blog page. I think that space that I added from beginning is not necessary, so let me remove it. And then let me save and check my browser. So inside my browser now, you see we are currently in the home directory because this is the root of the path. So I can just say /about, and I'm going to see that it will actually take me to the about page, and you can see my text about. So I can just change the directory, or let me say the path also to contact, whereby I know it's going to definitely show me the contact section. And then consecutively, I'm going to do like blog, and then it's going to show me the block section. That's great. I think now we have already created all the parts. Now you see we don't have higher parts, so it's not showing anything because we don't have anything called higher. I don't have any page created for higher page. By default it's supposed to show us 404, but that we can handle that later, maybe in another video, how we are going to navigate to 404 page if we are not having that page build. Great. So I want to just navigate to my home page now and do possibly some link, because we get to be using something like navbar and stuff inside our pages. So how we are going to make your own navbar links, because I think a lot of people used to have issue when creating a navbar in React.js. So you need to import link from React Router DOM, as I do already, because instead of using anchor tag, we are not going to be using anchor tag in this scenario. We are going to be using link. So we have li, and then inside the li we are having the link just as I created. Then the link should be written maybe inside here. We can write home, then link to where we are going to specify the attribute to attribute to which part. So the home should be just a single backslash without any writing in the front of it, because we just want it to be home. I want to do the remaining one, which is the next one for the about page. So I want to do the next one for the about page and the remaining pages also. So this should be about, great, this should be contact, and this should be blog. So then this one should be /about, as you know, /contact as usual, and then /blog. So it's not necessary we should name it about contacts. So we can just add contact us instead of just giving it contact. We can give it any name actually from that place. It's not necessary to be just make sure that the URL, let me say the path you are passing, is correct. I mean, that two attributes should have a correct part. Now you can see all our links because we are in home page. If I click on home, nothing will happen, but if I click on about, it will take us to the about routes without taking any longer. It's not going to load because this is not anchor tag, this link, this is React Router DOM, and this is one of the advantage of using React.js. I believe you will learn something great in this video, and then if you have any question, I believe you can drop it inside the comment section. I would like to see you in the next one too. Bye bye.